It's a lecture about eco-criticism. Let me start the lecture by giving a brief introduction about, otherwise overview about eco-criticism. Eco-criticism is a term coined in the 1970s that explores the relationship between literature and the environment. So eco-criticism, it is about the critical writings that highlights whatever the causes, otherwise whatever the damage caused by human activities on the environment. So eco-criticism, as it is given here, the term was introduced around 1970s, but anyhow we have the consciousness about the nature since the Hebrew Bible was written. Even in the Hebrew Bible, if the humans damages the nature, what would be the effect? It is all clearly dealt in the Bible. Next to the Bible, the Greek famous writer Theocritus, in his writings, he talks about the beauty of nature, and if people they do something against nature, what will happen to the world, how that world it will be collapsed if we go against the nature. That and all he dealt in his writings. And many of the Roman poets, they explored in their writings about the causes of the ecological degradation. So in Hebrew Bible about ecological damage was mentioned, and other writings also, and particularly in England about natural consciousness, otherwise ecological criticism. It was introduced in England by Hilbert White. Let me once again talk about eco-criticism in literature. Eco-criticism in literature, it's the study of how literature interacts with other and represent the environment and nature. So we know that literature, it is only the part of aesthetic sense. No, it is not about literature. It is always giving aesthetic sense among the people. Actually, literature, that speaks, it is a right tool writers they use to speak about something which is very, very necessary to convey to the world. So the writers, they take up whatever they wanted to convey to the world, they take literature. So here, eco-criticism in literature that explores how literature interacts and represent the environment and nature. It explored the relationship between human and the natural world, focusing on how literary works address. So all of us, most of the people, they believe that literature, it is about something that creates the aesthetic sense among the people. But it is actually some critical issues, some sensitive issues. Writers, they talk about all those things through literature, through the medium of literature. So here it is environmental issues, nature's role in human life, and the consequences of human action on the planet. So the key aspects of eco-criticism. Under eco-criticism, we have a lot of key aspects, but I'm going to give you a very major important key aspects. Let me go one by one. Human and nature relationship. So here eco-criticism that examines how humans perceive, how they take up nature, interact with and impact the environment. And environmental themes. So as it is about ecological, naturally what would be the themes? It is all about the themes like climate change. So recently most of the people, they are all concentrating more about this climate change. So even in literature, through literature, writers are talking about climate change and deforestation. Deforestation, wherever we go, whatever the country would be, the people, they cut off the trees and the plants, and here deforestation that comes. It is all because of the blooming power of the, otherwise the high the people are converting the natural places into industry. So deforestation, this is the main thing. And pollution and biodiversity loss. Pollution, we know, as people are using too many vehicles, two-wheelers, four-wheelers. This is the only the medium of vehicles we go with that. So that they produce CO2. So full of CO2, then highly the atmosphere, it is filled with this polluted atmosphere we have. So it is all damaging the natural resources. Nature as a character. Nature often plays an active role, symbolizing beauty, destruction, and resilience. So, critic of anthropocentrism, that challenges this idea that humans are at the center of existence, advocating for the value of all living beings. So, examples in literature, how some literary works they focus more about ecological awareness, right from we can take example from the most apt example I can give from literature. It is the Henry David Thoreau Walden, such a wonderful piece that was written by Henry David Thoreau. And then who is an American writer that explores the simple living in harmony. So it is about Thoreau. He decides to continue his life. He decides to spend his life in Walden Forest. And then he goes there. He finds some harmony in being in a forest area, which with nature and spiritual connection to the environment. And one more very important literary work, it is Rachel Harson's Silent Spring. Such an important work. It is about so recently what is even in the plant, even for farming, what people are highly using, they are using chemical items in the form of pesticides. And if the pesticides are mixed with the soil, it is purely natural thing, and it is mixed with the pesticides, so that's pollutes the soil. So consuming something from using the pesticides, otherwise the animals, if they take up some plants, so naturally it is creating too many hazards to the human body. So this is all this alarm tone Rachel Harson she gives through her writing. And one more important thing, it is Margaret Atwood, The Year of the Flood. It's a dystopian novel. So we know the dystopian novel depicting a world suffering from ecological collapse. So now recently we could see wherever, even Wayanad case, we know what would happen. Even in recently even in Tamil Nadu, we know that in many of the places we have not imagined this is a place where we could have this flood, high landslide. It will all happen in a particular place. No, we would not have imagined that places and all, and now it is all under the trouble. So it is all the thing that we have to take care of nature. Nature will take care of us. This is the only thing we can talk for this preserving our nature. So the outcome, in simple terms, eco-criticism helps us understand how literature reflects our relationship with nature and how it encourages us to rethink how we treat the environment. Thank you.